Philly, BEATZ.
I mean, y'all hearing what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot for a nigga to get inspired, man. So much bullshit out the tape, man. So much bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? I be having to get the urge to get in this bitch, man. You know
Sometimes you gotta let that thing ride, man. You know what I
I
mean?
mean?
Rushing this shit.
It's like waking up sluggish from a long night after they go to the gym. And I still get in there and get the reps.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Rolling woods in my neck of the keeper, Eckler, and my ethic is catch a move. You kill the editor, bully the bullies, prey on the predator, smoke that premium. Niggas ain't regular, get it and whipping and flipping, accelerator. Lecture sliding through in the Tesla, handle the rock like the professor. Felt the pressure for the lesser, everything coming together. So relentless, more endeavors, hustling more than ever. Better get yours together, fucking them whores together. Catching you and your boys together. Good connection with God, put you and the Lord together. Heaven gates, nigga.
Turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
Are you content with your level of?
Nah, I ain't never content.
Okay.
There's always room for growth. You know, I just be dealing with reality. So I
Not your artistry, your
no,
celebrity.
in life in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What's
Yeah,
going
it's-
on?
We working, baby. I'm active. We just released a few projects. No expectation of disappointment.
Right.
Not even, maybe about a year ago. And me and Odes Ryder, kid from Philly, we just released a project called Case Closed. Maybe a little over a month, which is doing well. And that's what I mean about I just staying active this time. I work, I catch motion, and then I get stagnant. Because I fuck around and, you know.
Relationship shit.
Yeah, or I go out LA and be working for a while or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? Just forget about my shit, get caught up in the lifestyle. You know, it's all me.
Right.
So I know what I got to do. Just, you know what I'm saying, more consistent.
Don't you got a project you're working on with Davies?
Yeah. Shout out East, man.
Yeah, shout out East.
Yep, we were supposed to release it maybe a year ago.
What's
We
the
dropped
name
the
of the
Naughty
project?
record, the PD record, caught some good traction. Yeah, I just talked to him, man. We ready to bomb. We started out saying we're going to do the 6-pack. We got about 12 records now. We added 6 more, so.
What's the name of it? You got the name
We don't
of
even
it?
have a title yet. That's how fresh it is. That's how fresh it is.
Yeah.
It was a 6-pack, yeah.
That Naughty track.
Hopefully we can get it out before the year out, though.
That was, I ain't gonna lie, Naughty.
I almost had that beat.
That naughty shit, that
Yeah,
shit
I almost
hard,
had that
right?
beat. Facts.
Yeah. I got
Facts. That shit was crazy.
I need some more of that right now
That shit
for
was
this
crazy.
network, yeah.
So forgive me if I missed this part, because I know you were here last time. We talked about the beginning, right? And then we're talking about where you are now. But there's all this time in the middle, and the highlight of Roc-A-Fella, you were right in the midst of that. So 2004, it was great as a year that was. We know in 2005, Jay and Dame split.
Yeah, shit crazy.
What happened to your career at that point? And you being so young, what did that feel like?
Man, it was shit. Like I said, it was La Familia. We was to a family show. It was heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, let alone just the industry shit. Because everything was in-house with us. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, 96 Chicago Bulls.
Right.
We had to go out of circle for nothing at all, absolutely nothing. So now when that happened, it's like every man for themselves. Now we have to go out the circle and indulge and network with other motherfuckers. And, you know what I'm saying? That might have thought we was on some Hollywood shit when we was with Roc-A-Fella. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because everybody had to come to you.
Yeah, bro. Like, shit was crazy. Like,
when did you realize it started crumbling?
Yeah, was there signs? Was there like?
Well, like I said, it wasn't really. I remember Jake coming to us on tour. We was on tour with him. I forget which tour. I don't know, Sprites. I forget which tour it was. But I remember him pulling us to the side one day backstage and letting us know the shit is about to be done. And I want y'all to come with me, which is Freeway was there. I think Beans was booked at the time. Bleak, you know. And that's when right after that, we dropped Brothers from Another. Bleak dropped the 534 album when Hov was in the president position at Def Jam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that came about. That's how we, you know.
Did you ever have the thought in your mind, like, did you ever ask him why?
Nah, I ain't really. Nah.
Yo, see, this is what I be saying about these niggas.
Did you
We
know?
probably. I'm sure he probably told us a reason, but
It was
like I
Cam's
said-
fault, wasn't it?
No.
It was Cam's fault. Give me real, bro. It was Cam's fault.
No. It was a lot of shit. I'm gonna tell you why. I know why. Because there was a lot of shit going on behind Cuz back. Like, I mean, aside from their personal shit, I just know, like, I know the shit that Cuz felt some type of way about, like, especially when he was on the vacay and came back, and like you said, Cam was vice president. Like, how would you feel?
Yeah, I'd be like, who?
You know what I'm saying? Because I
on
remember
vacation?
blatantly Beans and Killer having a conversation about that when Hov had first got back. I remember Hov and Beans talking about it. We was in baseline. You know what I'm saying? So that's we said when I started seeing it crumble, it's crazy because when Dipset came, that shit with them niggas was lit. But that's when I seen the Rock kind of like fading.
Wow.
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
And also
I
because
told y'all. It was Cam's fault.
well, you read it because I wrote it. So that's
Oh,
what.
stop. No,
That's
I
what
was
it was.
listening. I was
That was
listening
what
to
it was.
everything. I was
We
listening.
published it first.
Listen,
We published it first.
All right,
Your
so
college,
we talked about this the other night.
ASAP.
We talked about this the other night. How did you feel when you heard the Dipset anthem and Santana said one more for Cam for taking over the Rock?
I wasn't really tripping about that because like niggas had genuine relationships with them. I still fuck with Jim, Els, Cam, like we was all right with them.
Right.
They even if they did have an issue with HO, it was like that shit went over our head. You know, we stayed proud from the city, from Philly. We don't really. It might have been the Brooklyn Harlem thing that. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond us. No, I'm being serious right
It's
now.
a Brooklyn Harlem.
That's beyond Philly niggas. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's not like we had an issue with anybody. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Maybe it was just a rivalry, nothing too.
Yeah, so I wasn't really tripping over that line. I'm like, that was my man. We ain't tripping about that. You feel me?
I want to explain this Brooklyn Harlem thing. Okay. There's some people from Harlem that will never go to Brooklyn. And then there's some Harlem dudes that go to Brooklyn. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's just some Harlem niggas that don't want to go to Brooklyn. No, I'm just saying, it's like, when you got to argue with niggas to go to another borough, it's like, why? What's wrong with y'all, man? Yo, we ain't never had a problem coming uptown, bro.
Let's move forward.
I'm just saying, where does that come from? You got a couple friends like that.
No fucking sense.
It does. Okay, I got friends from Harlem who ain't scared to come to Brooklyn, and then I got people from Harlem who would never ever go down to Brooklyn.
And I got people from Brooklyn who never leave their borough at all.
So look, so here's the thing, right? But I'm pretty sure they don't have no problem with going to Harlem. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Just don't leave Brooklyn.
So whatever reason that group of Harlem people don't go to Brooklyn, that's the issue.
That sound like
That's
they need
the issue.
therapy. You need to get out the house.
Very distinct
I ain't
personality.
gonna spell it out for y'all every time, or you literally can't read between the lines. Don't get it. All right, man, whatever. But I tell you this.
Sure.
I tell you this. The most popular Harlem artist was always around Brooklyn niggas.
No, vice versa.
It's not
we
true.
still on this.
Not true.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently.
I thought we was.
You see what I mean?
No,
We
we're
still
not.
on
That's why I said it's beyond.
You could have, yeah, right. Okay,
You see?
Yep, you see what I mean?
Right.
It's
But-
deeper than rap.
It is part of the root of one of the most legendary stories in hip hop, which is basically Roc-A-Fella, the breakup of Jay and Dame. Like that's one of the biggest stories in hip hop history.
Yeah, man.
So
And it's
you
still
know,
going.
It's still
and
going.
it's still
It's a
going.
marathon.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
crazy.
a
It's
nigga
20
that feel
years
like
later.
my motto is if ain't no blood get spilled, this shit can be fixed.
That's
Like, you
all
feel
I
me?
ever been saying.
You feel me, bro? If ain't no blood get spilled, what's really
Did you-
good?
I
Like,
Well,
think
some
we-
people
did you-
believe it's
did you
not
feel
just
like-
about blood being spilled, but it's also about money. So
Man, fuck that money. We get that shit back again,
The
you hear me?
other side to that, right, is like if you know, if it ain't no blood being spilled or you not messing with my money, like that's part of it as well.
Now,
So we know that's. I'm not saying that's
No,
what I
no,
believe.
I agree
I'm
with
saying
you.
that's what some people believe.
I agree with you.
And
but
that-
I'm with Chris.
Yeah.
My father always
Yeah.
said there's only
Yeah.
4 unforgivables.
Yeah, bro.
If you ain't violate nobody's wife, send somebody to jail, take somebody's life, violate somebody's kids. If it's not one of those four, you can figure out a way to work it out. If it's bread, you can get it back.
Get it back, bro.
But you've heard about taking money out of somebody's
No,
pocket.
That ain't, even if it is, that shit ain't strong enough for the break, the burner to take that legacy down.
100%. But that's
There's
what
some
that's
people
what
who
One at a
believe
time,
that.
one at a
Well,
time.
I'm just saying there's some people who believe that.
No,
so like,
I've agreed.
you
I
know.
agree with you. I'm more on this philosophy. Bread can be gotten back. Bread don't cost nothing when you get it back. You know what I'm saying? If it's that serious, especially in a room full of people who all make money, right? The communication should be there that when I need or something's happening on my end or I'm down one way or the other, Dame Dash's words. If everybody in your clique is rich, you got a crew that can't be touched. That was Dame's words.
It's actually Jay-Z's words also.
No, Jay made the line. Dame said it to Clue and his crew on tour. If everybody in your clique got bread, you got a clique that can't be touched.
Right.
So money.
Jay said that on Dead Presidents.
I know that.
Before Clue was around. I'm just letting you know.
Lord Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Money wise, there's never a time when if everybody in the spot is getting money, that money should be the demise of a factory that's basically printing bread. You dig what I mean? Roc-A-Fella was a machine that was just printing money. Stupid. Everything they touched was up. Like he said, they were a closed circle. I remember those days clearly. You had to go to them for a whole bunch of things. Fucking the illest producers over there. Yeah. Clark Kent over there. What's Guru over there. Fucking Lenny S over there.
Guru and Lenny S.
Bro,
And then y'all had
people.
access to everybody that was doing great things other places also.
That's a fact.
Or
Wherever. Between baseline and rock the mic, like you can walk in there with nothing and walk out with a career. And be on fire, not some mediocre career, like be lit for years.
but I'm just saying, just because that story has been told, you know, from so many different perspectives, and part of it, as us being there, we know it was because of Jay and Dame, right, and Biggs, and then there became a time where other people started to be in that mix, whether they were from Jay's side or from Dame's side, and they start speaking for Roc-A-Fella. Right. So there's a lot of like moving parts, but it was because a lot of people wanted a piece of that bread, like you said.
I think that's one of the reasons why we're so bothered about it 20 years later. Nobody's happy to see a dynasty fall. Nobody's happy to see black men fall out with each other. Nobody's happy to see the good time come to an end, the party comes to an end, which is the combination of both of those things. Nobody enjoys that. That's why we keep picking at it. Because it's like, for something so great to end, everybody needs to know what the fuck,
what
this
happened?
was the best thing ever.
Was it that deep?
So Chris, would you want to see Jay and Dame
You
reconcile?
goddamn right, man. I would love to see that. Fucking right. We probably the only clique that ain't do the big, the reunion. And this shit all right, you know what I'm saying?
have you ever
Send everybody home, good. Everybody go home now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas go home, salute, stay up. You know what I mean?
I'll see you next
Have you ever suggested it?
Yeah. Ha! Yeah, I'm so special, I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. I'm like Ichigo, master in a red suit. This my Bankai form, I'm about to let loose. Better make your next move your best move. Straight out the gate, niggas gon' hate and try to test you. Watch who you with, who your mans, who you next to. If you take a hit with son assist like a nephew.
You can never check us, homie, this a chess move. Wrote this on a little short bus, I'm so special. If Mav say get him, I'ma get him. Ain't no talking when I pull up. Park up, hop out, run down with my hood up. Now what the fuck are you hating for? Can't DFG get money anymore?